Hello there everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video in which I'm going to be revealing the grades which I've received from my second semester at university. If you're new around here, then I study applied psychology at Coventry University. It's a master's course and it has been a very rocky road, to say the least. I've really struggled with this course, and if you want to go back and watch some of my previous university related videos, then you will definitely see that. All I'm aiming for is a pass during this course. I'm not aiming for a first, or at master's level that's called a distinction, or a merit, i.e. 2-1. I'm literally just aiming to pass. Like, getting through this would be one of the biggest achievements that I have ever done. But without revealing too much, I'm going to jump straight into the video, which first of all starts with a little bit of an apology, because I've actually lost the first clip that I filmed from me receiving my first grade of the term, because I wiped the SD cards and just didn't realise that that clip was still on there and didn't have it saved anywhere else. So I'm just going to tell you now exactly what it is I did and what I got. So my first grade was for my ethical and professional issues in psychology module. The assignment was only worth 10 credits because I had another assignment for that module. The first assignment was a vlog, which is quite ironic considering I now do YouTube, and I was really happy about that because I'm feeling a lot more confident in front of the camera. So I was quite happy to put my new skills to use, and overall I got a 68, which is not a grade that I've been receiving during this masters. I've been getting a few 2-2s, a few 2-1s, so i.e. passes or merits. At masters level I still find it hard to switch between the two, but I was so happy with that grade, over the moon. There wasn't really much feedback given, to be honest, on my assignment, so I didn't really go through any of the feedback, and I'm not going to do that now either because there's not much for me to tell you guys other than I'm happy with the grade. But on my other assignments that are coming up, I did go through some of my feedback and things as well, which is really exciting. So without any further ado, I'm going to carry on into the video, show you guys the next few clips, and I hope you enjoy. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below for more university content as my course carries on until August. And other than that, let's just get going. Guys, I'm actually so stressed right now. I'm literally having the worst day ever. Like, here we go with more tears. I'm having a really emotional, sad day, and to top it all off, grades have just been released for my counselling assignment. Apologies if the sound on this is crap and I'm not looking at the camera. I'm filming it on my phone because I can't find my camera anywhere, and I obviously really need to look at these grades ASAP, even though, like, if it's bad, it is going to set me off all over again. I'm just getting it up on the laptop, that's why I'm not really looking at you guys. This counselling assignment is like a reflective piece, so it could honestly go any way, absolutely any way, and I need to do well on this. I need to pass this, you know, because I'm having such a stressful day. I just need this to be good. I'm sorry, I'm just really having the worst day ever, and these like grades couldn't have come at a worse time, because if I haven't passed this assignment, like, this is the reality of being a master's student, guys. Like, I film all my productive days and things, but ultimately, like, this is me quite a lot of the time. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the assignment section. I think when I click this button, I think the grade comes up, and I'm just so scared. I don't know if I'm ready to do this. I really don't know if I'm ready to do this. Here we go. Please. I got a 58. Like I said, like, I'm happy with it because it's a pass, and I just want to pass these masters. I just need to get through it. But it is always slightly disappointing to get something that you're like not as used to getting, like from my undergrad. Like, I always did better than that. Let's look at the feedback a little bit. Thing is, I thought I did really well on this. You wrote a good essay in which you covered and reflected on the relevant aspects of your session. The visual presentation of the skilled helper model supports your description nicely. To improve your work, you could provide further reflection on the role of a counselling psychologist in light of the relevant literature and of the session. To deepen your evaluation of the relevant skills, you could present some examples to demonstrate the specific knowledge. I did give examples. I gave so many. On a more formal level, you could make sure you accurately report the references you cite. There might have been a few errors. The essay is well structured, contains appropriate references and is well formatted. I don't know, I don't feel, you know, too badly about it, but it could have been a lot worse. I could have failed and I couldn't have coped with that today. I really couldn't. So that's one less thing for me to worry about. I'm actually happy with it. I really, really don't mind. Like, I just need to get through this year and that's it. So yeah, that's the next grade sorted. Alright guys, I'm going to apologise for my appearance throughout the entirety of this video. I may as well now. Let's face it, I've literally just got out the shower. I'm absolutely sweating and my phone is telling me that grades have been released because everyone's messaging the group chat. I've just thrown on this slouchy tee really, really quickly so that I'm not naked when I tell you guys this. Just for reference, this assignment was my reflection for my ethical and professional issues in psychology module, and I did it very quickly, to say the least, very quickly, so I'm not expecting anything amazing, but reflections aren't usually my worst, if that makes sense. I'm usually fairly decent at reflections, so I don't know, I don't really know what I'm expecting, but let's have a look. And I'd like to click the button and I'm scared because even if I did it quickly, I felt like there was nothing I would change and I was really happy with it when I submitted it. I thought, do you know what, I've done a really good job at that. Like, I did it quickly because I handed in one assignment on the Friday and this was due on the Monday, and because it was a reflective piece, I thought, I can get it done fairly quickly. I know that, like, it's Gibbs' reflective cycle, I've used that a lot. And so I just left it till then, which is obviously never ideal and not what you really want to do, but it was also a shorter assignment. It was 1,500 words, so fingers crossed. Let's just look, because I mean, enough damage has been done already with my previous grades. Come on. Oh my god, I got 72. I got 72. That's a first, or a distinction. I don't think you guys can see. Wow. I don't really know how many credits that's worth, because for this particular module there was 2 assignments. The other one was the first one, I think, that I showed you guys on here, which I got a 68 for, so I don't know if it would just take the average of the 2 or not, because I know that the first assignment was worth 10 credits, so one would assume that this is also worth 10 credits to make 20, which is usually what a proper assignment is worth if it's worth 100% of the module. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. That gives me a little bit of hope. The only one I'm waiting for now to get back is my clinical psychology assignment for this video, because the research methods module that I had last semester, I have actually deferred the assignment for, so that's not due until August. And to be honest, I'm so glad that I did that. I couldn't have passed everything if I didn't defer. So that's deferred, and I'll be cracking on with that assignment soon because I've had all of the teaching for it. So it's just the clinical psychology one that I'm waiting for now. So it shouldn't be too long until that's released. I'm pretty sure that should be coming surely this week, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's next week, I'm not too sure, but I will see you guys when I get that grade, and fingers crossed it goes not just as well, because that's aiming quite high, but it goes well. So I'll see you then. Bye. Okay, so you may be thinking, why are you back in this position? Where's the final clip for your clinical psychology assignment? And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I opened it in London. So this week myself and Charlie went to London. The vlog for that is already up, feel free to go and check that out. And as soon as we arrived and started walking from Euston to the hotel, I saw on my phone by the group chat that the clinical grades had been released, and I just couldn't wait. I did have my camera with me, I vlogged the trip, but I just wasn't in the right frame of mind to get that out. It was raining, it was wet, and yeah, I opened it, not on camera. However, I almost fell to the ground, because let me tell you guys, I got a 75. I'm literally still so happy about it because I never thought I'd be getting grades like that this term. I really did not expect it. As I've already said, I've really struggled with this master's course. However, this term I preferred the content of the modules in terms of counselling, psychology, clinical psychology. They're a lot more up my street, whereas last term they weren't for me, and I think that often reflects in grades. When you don't enjoy a module, you tend to get a worst grade. I know I do anyway. This clinical psychology assignment was a case formulation, so we got given a fictitious case study of a girl called Jennifer. She had lots of different things going on for her, and we had to formulate that accordingly to the clinical psychology approach. I'm not going to go into too much detail because if you're here because you also study psychology, you will probably know what a clinical formulation is, and if you don't, then you're probably not interested. But I am going to read through some of my feedback because I honestly think it's the nicest feedback I have ever received, and I never ever want to forget this. I couldn't actually read my feedback in London because I didn't have my laptop with me, and you can't read it on the app on the phone, so I had to wait until I got back. So I'm kind of glad that I got a good grade, because if I did bad, I would have been absolutely wetting myself, like trying to find out the feedback. I would have been gutted. So let me read out to you what these guys have said. I don't know who marked it. It seems to be someone that I'm not too sure on, but what I did well, they've wrote, "This is an excellent paper. You have clearly introduced and defined key concepts. You've considered relevant parts of the case in relation to these concepts, and you have backed everything with evidence from literature." Thank you, thank you. "You also show critical evaluation of the literature and logical potential treatment directions in the case. Well done. Actions for the future," which is like things to develop on, which is always good to read. It said that they've made in-text comments where they thought I could develop ideas further, but there aren't many because it's an excellent piece of work. Excuse me, what? And then feed forward, which is basically a section where we ask for feedback on certain things. So I always tend to ask for feedback on the things that I'm unsure of how well I've done on. So if I've got a certain part of the assignment that I'm thinking, oh, have I done that right, I tend to ask for a bit more specific feedback on that. So they've wrote, "You asked for feedback on the interpretation of the 5 Ps and a psychodynamic approach. See in text comments. There was one where I thought you could consider further in the 5 Ps. You asked if the examples given were beneficial to real formulation and how to improve interpretation in the future. Examples were all relevant and beneficial to real formulation. I think your interpretation was excellent here." Honestly, I'm going red. Like, I've never had feedback like that in my life. I've had feedback which is like, this is really good, or this part was good, but I've never been praised that much before. I'm just speechless. Like, I'm so happy with that. And then the moderator, because someone marks it and then someone moderates it and just says whether they agree with the grade or not. They made a comment and they said, "Agree with the comments made by the first marker. Creditable grade awarded." That's a weird word. "Certainly engages at depth with the case, producing a detailed and workable formulation." And that's all of the feedback. I am, as I said, astounded by that particular assignment. I can't believe I got a 75, and it kind of gives me the boost that I needed, because again, if you're new around here, you won't know that I was kind of interested in the clinical psychology doctorate, and so performing well in that module at master's level kind of shows that if I am still interested in that in the future, that I can do it. Like, if anyone else can do it, then why can't I, sort of thing. So I'm really happy with that. My battery's flashing, so let me change that and I'll be right back. So yeah, as I was saying, really happy with that grade for the clinical psychology module. And if I just do a little roundup at the end of the grades that I've received, I got 68 in the vlog for my ethics module, which was worth 10 credits. I then got 72 in the assignment for that, which was a reflective piece, and it was 1,500 words, as I said. So I think if they take the average of those two, it will average out at 70, which is a first, which, wow. And then for my counselling assignment, I got a 58. Again, not the greatest. I wasn't in the greatest mood when I opened that, as you probably saw, but I'm really, honestly, so happy with that. As I said, I just want to pass, and getting that, I was quite impressed with. It's only 2 marks off a 2-1 or a merit, so I honestly can't complain. And then to get 75 in a clinical psychology, just tops it all off. As I've mentioned, I did have a research methods module this semester, however I have deferred that assignment, so I'll be receiving that in August. Well, I submit it in August, so I'll probably receive the grade in September, and it means that next term I've got my research methods module, a consultancy module, because a lot of psychology graduates work in HR, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna scrape, because as I said, if I don't enjoy the module, I tend to perform like not as well in it. And for me, consultancy slash business slash HR, it's not a vibe, it's not fun, and I don't know how I'm gonna get through that. And then last but not least, I have the big bad boy of my dissertation, which I currently haven't started, so that can be my little reminder when I'm editing this to get a move on with that, you know. But yeah, really happy with my grades from this semester. Can't wait to get next semester over and done with and just start working. But other than that, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you're watching this because you're also studying, then just remember, grades don't define everything, and as long as you pass and you get through the course, then you've got that BSc, you've got that, what's the other one, BA, or the MSc or the MA, like you've got it. And the fact that you've actually done that is just incredible, so well done. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm going to stop rambling. If you did, please give it a like, comment and subscribe down below, because there'll obviously be more university content coming your way. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you all very soon in the next video. Goodbye.